Have you ever wondered why you struggle with the same fears, the same doubts, over and over again? Why certain people trigger you? Why some situations feel impossible to escape? What if I told you that everything you try to suppress, everything you fear about yourself, is actually the key to your true potential? That your deepest insecurities are not meant to destroy you, but to guide you. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists in history, had a radical idea. He called it the shadow self. A part of us we refuse to see, yet it influences every aspect of our lives. And here's the shocking truth. Until we confront it, we will never be free. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey, you will not only understand your shadow, you will learn how to use it as the most powerful tool for transformation. What is the shadow? Carl Jung believed that the shadow is the hidden part of our psyche, the aspects of ourselves we reject, deny, or bury deep in our unconscious. It's our repressed fears, our forbidden desires, our suppressed rage, and our secret envy. Think about it. How often do we judge others for traits we secretly recognize in ourselves? The co-worker who is too confident, the friend who is too emotional, the rival who always seems one step ahead. Why do these people trigger us? Jung would say, because they reflect something within us that we refuse to face. He famously wrote, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." In other words, the world is a mirror, constantly revealing our shadow if we are willing to look. How the shadow controls you without you realizing it. Most people go through life blind to their own shadow. But just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not controlling you. Think of an iceberg. The conscious mind is just the tip above the surface, but beneath it, hidden, massive, and dangerous, lies the unconscious mind, the shadow. And when we suppress it, when we refuse to acknowledge it, it doesn't disappear. It festers. It manifests in uncontrollable anger that seems to come out of nowhere, self-sabotage, ruining opportunities just before success, addictions as a way to numb the pain, toxic relationships drawn to people who reflect our own inner conflicts. You see, the more we deny our shadow, the more power it has over us. The hero's journey, Naslan. Why facing the shadow is necessary. Every great myth, every legendary story is about facing the shadow. Hercules had to conquer not just monsters, but his own rage. Luke Skywalker had to confront the darkness within before he could become a Jedi. Dr. Jekyll tried to suppress his dark side, and it consumed him as Mr. Hyde. This is not coincidence. These stories reflect our psychological reality. The path to true power, true self-mastery, is through the shadow, but how? How do we face the part of ourselves we fear the most? Step 1. Identify your shadow, what triggers you. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the emotions that feel too strong, too irrational. Why does that one person make you angry? Why does certain criticism cut so deep? Why do you fear failure or success? Your triggers are signposts, pointing directly to your shadow. Jung also believed that our dreams reveal the shadow. Ever had a dream where you were chased? That's often your shadow trying to get your attention. Step 2. Stop fighting it. Accept and integrate. Most people either deny their shadow or fear it. Both are mistakes. Jung argued that we must integrate the shadow, not destroy it. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater. The more force you use, the harder it bursts back up. That's what happens when we suppress emotions like fear, anger, or sadness. Instead, Jung suggested a radical idea: dialogue with your shadow. Ask yourself, what are you trying to teach me? What part of me have I ignored for too long? How can I use this energy for something positive? Step 3. Transformation. Turning darkness into power. The greatest minds in history did not escape their shadow. They mastered it. Frida Kahlo channeled her pain into breathtaking art. Martin Luther King Jr. turned his anger at injustice into a movement. Steve Jobs used his obsessive perfectionism to revolutionize technology. Your shadow is not your weakness, it is your hidden strength. Maybe your fear of failure is actually a drive for greatness. Maybe your anger is a passion for justice. Maybe your deep sensitivity is a source of creativity. The ultimate truth. Your shadow is your purpose. Here's the most profound insight of all. The shadow does not just contain your struggles, it holds the key to your purpose. Think about the things you secretly long to do, but have convinced yourself are impossible. The things you suppress because they feel impractical, embarrassing, or not you. What if those very things were clues to your deepest calling? Jung believed that our purpose in life is not to create a perfect persona, but to integrate the shadow, to become whole. He wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This means facing not just our strengths but our weaknesses, not just our light but our darkness, because only when we embrace all of who we are can we finally be free. Your challenge: face the shadow, change your life. So now I ask you, what is your shadow trying to tell you? What have you been suppressing, running from, denying? Because the truth is, until you face it, it will control you. But once you integrate it, once you take back your power, you will unlock a level of confidence, creativity, and purpose that you never imagined possible. And that is the greatest journey of all. If this video resonated with you, don't let the journey stop here. Comment below. What's one shadow you're ready to confront? Subscribe for more deep dives into psychology, self-discovery, and personal growth. And remember, the greatest power lies in facing the darkness within. Thank you for watching. Keep questioning, keep evolving.